It's Friday afternoon. I will wish you an early Shabbat Shalom. More than any other commandment in the Torah, more than the commandment to observe Shabbat or honor your father and mother, is the commandment not to oppress. Not to oppress the stranger, the orphan, the widow, or the poor. The prohibition against oppressing the stranger occurs twice in this week's parsha. You shall not wrong a stranger or oppress him, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt. And you know the mind of the stranger, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt. 36 times the Torah reminds us that we were strangers in the land of Egypt, and that memory should guide us to be sensitive to the plight of the outsider and those who are most vulnerable. The verb lilchotz, which means to oppress, occurs in our parsha, and it also occurred back at the beginning of Exodus when God saw the plight of the Jewish people. The slavery and the liberation from Egypt were the central experiences of the Jewish people. But the Torah does not want us to be angry or bitter or vengeful. It wants us to be hyper aware of those who were in the situation that we were in, those who are most vulnerable, and not to prey on the vulnerability of others. There's a mystery about this week's parsha. Coming so soon after the liberation from Egypt, it talks about slavery. The Torah could not get rid of slavery. It was the way a poor person paid his debt. But that did not last long. For the prophet Jeremiah told the people that they must free all of their slaves. One could not be sensitive to the suffering of the vulnerable and be a slave owner at the same time. Behind all of the mitzvot of the Torah, there is an ethic, and that is to be aware. That is to be concerned about those who are most vulnerable. Since we know what it was like to be slaves of Egypt, since we know what it was like to be an outsider, we must be aware. We must be concerned about those who are the most vulnerable. So we have a lot going on at the synagogue. We got sponsored kiddushes, I think through the end of March, but at least for the next couple of weeks, we have some great food and a great service that we're serving on Shabbat morning. On Sunday morning, we have a national men's club program called the Worldwide Wrap. It's going to be at 9 o'clock, and we're going to teach men and women how to put on their tefillin. Please join us for that. This Saturday night, a week from tomorrow night, on the 17th, the preschool is having a fundraiser, and on Sunday the 25th, we are having a trivia night fundraiser here at Temple Judea. And I've heard that the Rabbi of Temple Judea is retiring, and we're having a retirement weekend for him, April 5, 6, and 7. There's going to be a wonderful cocktail party on Sunday the 7th. If you have not gotten in your reservation or any entry you want into a tribute book, please do that soon. I hope you're all well. Again, Shabbat Shalom.